มันจะแอบกับที่สองไอ้นภัชรินเป็นเพื่อนสนิทที่สนิทกันมาเป็น10 ปีแล้วสำหรับลูกสาวของนักข้อมูลสาวไม้ปีก่อนหน้านี้ทั้งสองเคย
Hello
แต่ทั้งสองนั้นกับต้องหายกิจการในเจอกันนั้นเต็มจนเมื่อไม่นานมานี้ก็ได้ออกมาเคลียร์ใจกันและให้เอาแผนซึ่งกันและกันก็ทำเอาน้ำตาเพื่อน
How are you Mahachi
ก็ยังกับ
Oh,
Can you hear me
yes, I hear you. I'm good.
Good
Good. How about you?
Good thank you for asking Hi Muhammad
Hello, Miss May. How are you?
I'm good thank you for asking Okay just wait
It's
for a
long
couple
time didn't see you. What happened?
Yeah a little bit busy but all is good. Thank you for asking. Let's wait for the others to join us. Did you just finish your writing class?
Not really. I didn't join your writing class.
Oh, you just got home from work.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Okay, let's give the others a couple more minutes. Today we're going to do grammar,
All right.
grammar practice. Okay. Mahachi, did you attend the writing class?
Yes.
Okay. Who are there in the writing class?
Who are they? A lot. 10 people.
That's good.
All over, I think.
Beautiful. Well done. Hey, Mayuko.
Hi,
How are you?
good, thank you.
Are you tired? Hi. Are you tired?
I just wake up right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
You must be tired then.
Yeah, it's busy.
Busy.
No one is free. No one.
Did you
free.
work today?
Yeah, I went to work today.
Okay. So you work early? Did you work early shift?
Yeah, I started work 6:30, but someone lost the key today, so we just started to work from 8:30.
Oh, okay. Hi, Ben.
Hi, teacher.
How are you today?
I'm good. How about you?
Good. Thank you for asking. How's the weather in Sri Lanka today?
Today is very, very hot.
Very hot. Oh,
Yes.
no. What's the temperature like? 35?
1 second.
You'll check. Okay. Hi, DC.
Hello, Miss Maya. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, thank you. It's good to see you again.
Good to see you too. Hi, Rich.
Hello, teacher. How are you?
How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm getting better, a lot better than previous week. Yeah,
Oh, beautiful. Good to hear that.
I think the season's gone. That's why I'm getting better.
Oh, yeah.
Every
It's
year,
the cooler season is good for you.
Yes, after the summer, early, middle, autumn, I'm getting better.
Okay. So summer, you really suffer.
Yeah, suffer during summer and spring, especially starting spring,
Yeah.
the worst time.
For your hay fever.
Yeah, hay fever. I think I got asthma as well, both of
Oh,
them.
that's terrible. Asthma.
That's why I'm coughing a lot with my
Mm,
voice. But now, I got my voice back. But
yeah.
still, the deep breathing a little bit problem, but still okay. Soon,
Yeah.
like next month, will get a lot better.
Yeah. And maybe try meditation. Meditation helps with breathing.
I never tried that yet, but
Yeah,
I
give
will
it a try.
yeah.
Maybe Mahachi can give us some tips on how to do meditation.
Yeah, it's good.
Very good. Okay, so hi, we have new student Tam. Hi, Tam.
Hi, teacher.
How
Good
are
afternoon.
you?
I'm great.
Good. Can you introduce yourself to me? Where are you from?
I'm from Thailand.
Yeah, same as
yes.
Mahachi. Which part of Thailand are you from?
Chonburi. I live in Chonburi.
Chonburi.
Yeah, Chonburi. This is my hometown. Nearly Pattaya, but not Pattaya.
Oh, I like
Yeah.
Chonburi.
Yeah. Thank you.
I lived in before when I was university student. We We live near Pattaya too. I think it's Chonburi, Ban Chang.
อ๋อบ้านฉาง
Yeah.
บ้านฉาง I think is
Jurko
not
Hotel.
Chonburi, yeah, not Chonburi, but the first start Rayong.
Rayong, yes.
Yeah,
Is there
Rayong.
still Jurko Hotel there?
Joko Hotel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure because the COVID, I'm not sure everything
Oh,
closed or
yeah.
not. Yes.
Oh, yeah, I live there in Jurko Hotel.
Yeah, teacher know Sattahip or not?
Sorry?
Sattahip.
No, I don't.
These are a lot of Navy camp. Yeah,
Interesting.
Yeah, it's my hometown.
Oh, I like Pattaya. Good. Okay, nice to meet you, Tam.
Nice to
And
meet you too.
okay, Jaya is back. Hi, Jaya.
Hi, teacher. How are
How's the
you?
weather?
It's very hot here.
Are you in India now?
Yeah, still in India.
Which part of India are you again?
Chennai.
Chennai.
Yeah.
Oh, my partner is from Chennai.
Oh, really?
Royapuram.
Yeah. Sorry, miss?
Royapuram.
Ah, okay.
Oh, what about you?
I'm in Chetpet.
Okay, I haven't been to Chennai though.
Okay.
Yeah, but I heard the food is good.
Yeah, it's really good.
All right. Okay, everybody, today we are going to do grammar. So I hope you are excited to learn grammar tonight. And today we are going to do relative clause. Okay, relative clause is quite important because relative clause is a higher form of grammatical structure. And if you are going to write an essay, or if you are going to do a high level speaking, relative clause is very, very good. It's very impressive. Okay, so relative clause is our lesson for tonight. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to learn the grammar structure. And then after that, I am going to, we're going to practice our speaking assignment, which we will have to write, or we have to say a long speech that we will be using relative clause. Hi, Sokhyun.
How are you, teacher?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Beautiful. Thank you for joining us. Okay, so let's learn what relative clause is. If you want to have a look at the materials that we're using tonight for the class, you can go to, of course, your Tassie Devil Moodle and go to M8 and 9 grammar, and you can see relative clause. Just give me 1 second. I think it's hidden from you. So let me just do a little bit of editing there and open that up. Module 8 and 9. Just give me 1 second, guys. I'd open up for you. Maybe you can't see that right now, yeah? Can you see relative clause? Or no?
Sorry?
Can anybody see from the...
No, I can't see.
Okay.
Which one, teacher?
Just give me 1 second.
Vocabulary or reading? What?
No. So you have to go. I'll just open it up for you now. Go down after the speaking read aloud. You can see M8 and M9.
Module 8 is 9.
Yes, module 8 and 9.
And
then go down to
Module 8 and 9.
Yeah, module 8 and 9, and go down here, this side.
Can I show my screen, teacher? Because different student and teacher, I think.
I think they don't have. Huh?
There is not grammar, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
I got it. My mind got it.
Can you refresh? Have a refresh, everyone.
Module 8, 9.
Yes.
And then?
And then look for grammar, Wednesday.
I found it.
You found it? Okay, how about the others? Have you found it?
Yep, yep.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So that yellow folder there, relative clause, student copy, click and print. So those are, click that and the materials you can find there.
Like, do I have to click the yellow folder?
Yes, you have, because you need to open that folder to see the materials.
I did it, but I can see the poor red
Yeah.
paper.
So relative clause, that's what we're going to do. That's the lesson. And then we're going to do relative clause exercises later. Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
All right, beautiful. So the first thing that we're going to do is the relative clause lesson first, okay? All right, so this is what it looks like. So what is a relative clause, okay? So a relative clause is, normally these are just 3 different words that we use. Okay, so these are very simple words, but there's very powerful word. We use who, we use which, and we use that. Okay, so these are the 3 relative clauses that we use. Okay, relative clauses join 2 English sentences so that it can give more information about something. Okay, so let's have a look at some of the examples here. Can I ask Mahachi to read our example first?
This one. So
Yes. Yeah, go on.
I bought a new car. Is very fast.
Okay, as you can see, this example, we have 2 sentences. Okay, so I bought a car. That's one simple sentence. And it is very fast. It's another simple sentence. Okay, so to make it a little bit more sophisticated, we can use a relative clause here to join these 2 simple sentences together. Then we can say, I bought a new car that is very fast. In that case, instead of using 2 simple sentences, you have a longer sentence that use a relative clause. But just putting that small word there, your English level becomes more sophisticated or becomes higher. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's try to read another example. Sakyan, can you read our second example here at the bottom, please?
She lives in New York. She likes living in New York.
Okay, so again, 2 simple sentences. She lives in New York. She likes living in New York. So to make our sentence a little bit more sophisticated, we join them together by a relative clause. Then what happens now? So our sentence become, she lives in New York, which she likes. Okay, so this gives the person you are talking to or the person you're writing to the idea that, oh, that person's English is higher because he can use or she can use relative clause by just simply changing or using the relative clause. However, there are some grammatical rules that we have to remember when we are using the relative clause. There are 2 kinds of relative clause, and those are called defining and non-defining. Okay, which we are going to learn today. So again, there are 2 types of relative clause. One is defining and one is non-defining. Okay, so let's learn that what is defining and what is non-defining. Where do I use defining and where do I use non-defining? Okay, so grammar in English is just like mathematics. There's always some sort of rules. And if we remember the rules properly, then we can have a correct grammatical structure. Okay, so the worst thing that could happen to us is not to remember the rules and make mistakes with our grammar. So be a little bit patient here as I try to explain the difference between defining and non-defining relative clause. Okay, so I might probably just ask Tam, can you read the definition of defining relative clause? Here, please. Tam, are you there?
Oh, sorry, teacher.
Are you on the mute? Okay, can you read
Yeah.
the definition, please, for me, Tam?
Yes. A defining relative class tell which and we are taking about.
Yes.
I like the woman who lives next door.
Yeah.
If I don't say who lives next door when we don't know which woman I mean.
Okay, beautiful. So this is quite interesting. Hello, guys. For those of you who's joined us, hi, Faru, Jason, Leo, Nahal, welcome.
Hi.
Hi. Okay, so I hope you were able to catch up. So we're just learning defining relative clause, okay? So what is something important that we need to understand about defining relative clause? So defining relative clause is talking about a noun. Okay. Can anybody tell Miss May what is a noun?
Noun is the name of a person, animals, or place.
Yes, beautiful. Yes, but we have to complete the definition of Muhammad. That's correct. So noun is a name of places, person, name of a place. Let's just put it as singular. A place, person, animal, event, animal. The noun is the name of a place, person, animal, things, or things. Okay, so a noun is the name of a place, animal, event, or things. Generally, there are two kinds of noun. Do you know that? So we have what? What kind of nouns do
Noun
we have?
and pronoun.
So pronouns are replacement of noun. That is correct. But a noun, we have a common noun. Remember this? Just a little bit of review. Common noun. And we have a proper noun. Do you know the difference? Does anybody know the difference between a common noun and a proper noun? So for example, the common noun is a teacher. Yes. The proper noun is Miss May. What's the difference? Who can tell me? Okay, for example, the proper noun is boy. The common noun is boy. The proper noun is Benara. What's the difference? The common noun is mobile phone. The proper noun is iPhone. What's the difference? Anyone wants to guess?
Proper noun is more exactly.
And common noun is?
More. I don't know what to say.
Okay. Yes? Anyone else? Come on.
Like common noun shows the general name.
General name? Yeah. And proper noun?
Proper noun, now it shows like the proper name, like I am Muhammad.
Okay,
and I am a boy.
Correct. Okay. So the common noun is, it's correct. The general name. General name. Yes. And the proper noun is the specific.
Special.
Yes. Specific name, right? Okay. So for example, I am going to show you here. I have a calculator. So a calculator is a common noun. My calculator is Casio. Casio calculator is the proper noun. Yes. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. So I am going to show you a tablet. Yes. Tablet is a common noun. My tablet is iPad. That is a
proper noun.
Proper noun.
Okay, so we know the difference between common noun and proper noun. Now let's go back. So we know what a noun is already. So now we say that we use a defining relative clause if we are talking about a noun. So we could be talking about a name of a person, We could be talking about a name of a place. We could be talking about the name of an animal. We could be talking about the name of event. Event, for example, Christmas, Valentine's Day, okay, Loy Kratung. Okay, so those are events. Yes? Okay. So in our example, I like the woman who lives next door. So if we didn't say the relative clause who lives next door, we will never know which woman or particular woman we are talking about. What if we have a lot of women in our neighborhood? Okay, but now that we say who lives next door, so I can properly, think in my mind that, oh, I know that woman, right? For example, I will say, oh, I like the student, okay? And then Muhammad will say, whose student, Miss May? Oh, the student who has a parrot. So who is
Yeah,
that student?
I'm the one.
Okay, beautiful. Okay, then I will say, I like a student. And then Bonara will say, whose student, Miss May? The monk student. Who is that one?
Oh yeah.
Oh, see? Okay, because we are giving a particular description about the people, that person, okay? I like a student. And then Tam will say, whose student, Miss May? The one who lives in Sri Lanka. Who's that?
Benara.
Oh, Vinara, beautiful. Okay, I will say, I like a student. And then the person will say, whose student? Well, the student who lives in Phuket. Who's that? Who's that
Tom?
student?
Mario.
Marina. Yes.
Marina.
Okay.
Marina,
So
okay.
because I am giving you defining relative clause, you are able to differentiate. What's that? And you are able to know which person exactly we are talking about. Okay. Is that clear so far?
Yes.
Yep.
Hi, Marina, the girl who lives in Phuket. Okay, beautiful. If I say, well, I like a student. Okay, who's student? The one who comes from Mexico. Who's that?
Leo.
Yeah, that's Leo. See, you know your classmate. I like a student, the one who comes from Malaysia.
Jason.
Jason, yes, beautiful. I like a student, the one who comes from Japan.
Mayoko.
Yeah,
Mayoko.
okay. So because okay, so because we give a specific relative clause to extend our sentences. Okay, beautiful. Now let's have a look at the non-defining relative clause. Okay, can I please ask Leo to read the definition and example of a non-defining relative clause?
Yes, me, right?
Yes, please.
Okay, a non-defining relative clause gives us extra information about something. We don't need this information to understand the sentence. I live in London, which has some fantastic parks. Everybody knows where London is. So, which has some fantastic parks is extra information.
Okay, so when we say non-defining relative clause, it just gives an extra information, but actually we don't need it. So you may ask me, Miss May, why do we need to say it if we don't need it? That's a good question. Well, sometimes we do that to extend our answer or to show that, we can our English capacity can extend our answer or give more information about that. So that is called non-defining relative clause. It is different from defining, because defining, we need that information to be able to differentiate something. But in the non-defining relative clause, we are just using that information just to talk more or just to extend our answer, but it's not necessary. Okay. So for example, I say, I live in Melbourne, which is the most livable city for 3 years, right? Or I will say something like, I live in Melbourne, which has a lot of open spaces. Okay. Okay. You can also say that I study internal English, which has multicultural students in the class. Okay. So that is just extending your answer. So there are two ways to use our relative clause. One is defining and one is non-defining. Are we clear so far with the difference? Or do you have questions? All clear?
Clear.
Okay, beautiful. So let's take a deeper look into the defining relative clause. Now, under the defining relative clause, there are two more things that we need to learn, okay? The relative pronoun as the subject first is the one we're going to learn, and the next one is the relative pronoun as the object. Now, let's have a look at that. But first, let's have a review. What is a pronoun? Can anybody tell Miss May what a pronoun is, please? Forgot?
He, she.
Yes, correct. So a pronoun.
They, we.
Correct. So pronoun are words that replace a noun. Okay. So for example, if we want to create a sentence, for example, we say, Marina is a student. Marina lives in Thailand. Marina works in a law firm. Marina likes to read books. Marina enjoys swimming on the weekend. So we just keep on saying Marina, 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 right? So instead of saying Marina, 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 we can change these to she. Yes.
She.
So that is another way, which we obviously know, because in the first sentence, we already mentioned Marina's name. We know that the she that we are referring to in the previous sentences refer back to, obviously, to Marina, right? Because that is the first person we say. So instead of just repeating her name, we will just use she, which is a pronoun for female, okay? Now, instead of saying Muhammad and Leo, Muhammad and Leo, Muhammad and Leo, then we just say they.
They.
Correct, okay? So we are using pronoun to replace for a noun, okay? So he, she, it. So we use it for animals and things. However, those are the general rule. But however, in a country like Australia, for example, where animals such as pet is considered as family, they don't normally use the word it. Okay, sometimes even if they're referring to their cat or dog, or for Sakyon's case, parrot, they don't use it. They use he if the pet is a male, and she if the pet is a female. So socially accepted rules, but grammatically, when we are doing it in correct grammar form, it should be it. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you're talking to someone who has a pet and they're referring to their pet as he or she, then try not to use it because they might feel hurt about it. That is just the social aspect of it, okay? Okay, so now let's have a look at our relative pronoun to the subject. So let us consider a relative pronoun is the subject of a defining relative clause. But before we go there, what is a subject? What is a subject? Can anybody tell Miss May what is a subject?
It's a noun or pronoun.
Okay, so we have here a sentence. Miss May teaches English. What is the subject of this sentence?
Miss May.
Miss May.
Yes, so Miss May is the subject. So it means to say that the subject of the sentence is the one we are talking about, or the one doing the action. Okay?
Yes.
So the subject of the sentence is the one we are talking about, which is Miss May, or the one who is doing the action. Who is doing the teaching? Miss May.
Miss
Yes?
May.
Okay. So the subject is the one who's talking about and the one doing the action. Now, in this sentence, Miss May teaches English. What is the verb?
Teach.
Yes, teaches. So the verb, we obviously know that the verb is the action word.
The action. Oh,
Correct, the action. Or what is being done.
what happened?
Yes, correct. What is being done. Yes. Or what happened, correct. Okay, now, Miss May teaches English. What is English?
Object.
Object.
Object. Yeah.
Correct. Object.
Object.
Yes, so subject, verb, object. When we are creating the sentence, the very basic structure of a sentence is obviously subject plus verb plus object. Okay, so now what is an object?
English.
English.
Yes,
English.
I know. But what is the object? What is the definition of object? If we're going to define object, what do we say? So the object is the receiver of the action. Yes. So the object is the receiver of the action. Okay. Or the one referred to by the action. Okay. So the receiver of the action. So what is being taught by Miss May? English, right? She's not teaching any other things but English. So object is the receiver of the action, okay? Or what is being referred to by the action. Is that clear so far?
Yeah.
Can I clear it now? Okay, beautiful. So now let's have a look at some of the explanation here in our notes. Okay. Now, this is good. So here it says that, okay, can I please ask Nahal to read this for us? Nahal, can you read this?
Not Nahal here.
Nahal, okay, Faru, can you read it? Is Faru here?
Teacher.
Yeah.
We can use who, which, or that. We use who for people and which for things. We can use that for people or things. The relative clause can come after the subject or the object of the sentence. We can drop the relative pronoun.
Okay, so let's learn about these three powerful words first that can change entirely the meaning of the sentence. As I said, we are using who, we are using which, and we are using that. And the rules are, if we are talking about people, we use who. If we are talking about things, we use which. But if you are confused, use that, because that can be used for both of them, for both person or thing. Okay, so three powerful words: who per person, which for things, and that for you can use for both a person or things. Okay, now as they say here, a relative clause can come after the subject or the object of the sentence. Okay, we cannot drop the relative pronoun. Okay. So for example, can I please ask Carol to read our examples here that close after the object of the sentence?
I'm looking for a secretary who that can use a computer well.
Mhm.
He has a son who that is a doctor,
Mhm.
who bought a house which that is 200 years old.
Mhm.
I sent a letter which that arrived 3 weeks later.
Yes. Okay. So because it's a who or that, really can change it. Any one of them can be correct. So I'm looking for a secretary. What kind of secretary you're looking for? The one that can use a computer well. Who can use a computer well? She has a son. What is the son we are referring to? That is a doctor. We bought a house. What kind of house? Which is 200 years old. I sent a letter. What kind of letter? It arrived 3 weeks later. Now, let's have a look at some of the examples for another kind. Okay, now the first one is after the object, and this one is after the subject. So here, let's have a look. Muhammad, can you read some of these examples? Yes? Muhammad, are you there or are you mute? What happened?
Sorry, I was mute. Yep.
Okay, go for it.
The people who that live on the island are very friendly.
Yeah.
The man who that phone is my brother.
Yeah.
The camera which or that cost 1,000 is over there. The house which or that belong to Julia is in London. Try an exercises where the relative pronoun is the subject here.
Okay, I think this is not, this is just an exercise. Okay, so let's have a look at this one. Look at this. So here, let's analyze the sentence a little bit more. Okay, I'm looking for a secretary. So what is the subject?
I.
I'm. Is the verb?
Looking.
And then the object is?
Secretary.
Secretary. So the who comes after the object. Okay. Who. Next. She is the subject.
Has
is the verb.
It's a verb.
Son is the object. And the relative clause comes after it. We bought a house. So the subject.
We.
Verb.
Bought.
Object.
House.
Relative clause after it. Which. Beautiful. Next. I sent a letter. So I.
Subject.
Sent.
Verb.
A letter.
Object.
Relative clause comes after it. Okay, now let's do the relative clause after the subject. Okay, the subject is the people. Relative clause here. Yeah, verb. Live. On the island, are very friendly. These are all object. Okay, the man.
Subject.
Yes. Relative clause, any one of them. Phone means call.
Verb.
Is that a grandfather clock?
What is that?
Grandmother clock.
Grandmother clock. Okay.
What? You finish the time?
Okay, the camera. Subject.
You finish the class.
Which that?
Related cost.
Cost is verb. $1,000.
Over there.
Yeah. The house is the subject. Which or that is the relative clause. Belongs. Verb. To Julie in London is the object. Okay, this is part of it. Okay, so now everybody, I want you to try and write me a sentence with a clause after the object. Relative clause after the object in the chat box, please. One sentence for each student. Clause after the object. This one, clause after the object. Just your own personal sentence. I'm looking for a husband who is very rich. See, subject, verb, object, after the object. Any kind of sentence, you can use who for a person, which for a place, or that for a person, or for a thing or a place. She has a dog that is very noisy. Good. Okay.
The temple which
Is this your neighbor? You are so naughty. I have a pet that is a dog. Yes, well done. Good job, Ben.
the temple which
Good, good, good. He needs someone who he can trust. Good job. The temple which, okay, so the temple, no, that is after the subject, Mahachi. So you want to say
the object?
Yeah, so after the object.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Sorry.
My cat is a naughty cat that is always hungry.
It's true.
Oh dear. I'm cooking for dinner, which also Tam only one. You can use which or you can use that. So I'm cooking a dinner which is delicious. Can you fix that for me, please?
Yeah, thank you.
No worries. I have an old jewel which, okay, so no more is there, which belongs to my grandmother. I park my car near the shop, which is white. You don't have to say they're white color, just white. I have a pet that is so loud. Yes, I'm cooking for dinner that is delicious. Yeah, good, good. Well done, everybody. Okay, for those of you who have finished, now just give it a try to write me a sentence that is clause after the subject of the sentence. After the subject, the kid play football, which, okay, the play kid football. What does that mean, Mahachi? What do you want to say?
No.
The kid play football. The kid plays football.
Which color?
Try to fix that. The boy who hit my friend. That is not a complete sentence. So you want to say he is the boy who. He is the boy who. So maybe what you say is the boy who hit my friend ran away. That is correct, Binara, if you put that sentence like that. Mary leaves the school, which is across from her home. This is correct, Jason, for clause after the object. Good. He has a beautiful girlfriend who is very beautiful. Of course, beautiful already, Leo. You already said that. Maybe he has a beautiful girlfriend who is also a doctor. Yeah, Leo, wanna fix that?
Yeah.
Okay. The girl. Oh, Carol, what are you doing? Object or subject?
Object.
Okay. The girl is standing. Okay. Now you have to fix this.
Okay.
The girl. Maybe you want to say she is talking to a girl who is a singer. That's what it is.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. The man who brought flowers to me is my boyfriend. Who brought flowers? Who brought flowers for me? The man who brought flowers for me is my boyfriend. She has a dog who is very angry. Yes, okay. The boy who is sitting on my seat. Stand that, Benara, it's not a complete sentence. I like student who is listening well.
Who is listening well?
Beautiful, good. Fix that for me. The book that I read were very informative. Correct, Muhammad. The car which belongs to me. So Richie, you can choose which or you can choose that. You don't have to put them together, okay? Just choose one. The car which belongs to me is parked, P-A-R-K-E-D, so that's a passive voice, is parked near the shop. Sorry guys, I'll just turn on my lights. Okay, I have a lot of food. Which is your food? No, Sakyon, don't ask a question. It has to be a relative. Because if you use it like this, it's like you're making me choose. But that which is a question. That which is not a relative clause. Fix that for me, please.
Thank you.
No worries. The car that belongs to me is parked near the shop. Correct, Richie. Sophia lives in Milan, Italy, which is a fashion capital of the world. Very good. The dog that killed my chicken 2 years ago. Oh, no. Sorry to hear that, Mahachi. That's a sad story. The girl that lives next door plays the guitar. Yeah.
Yeah, very real. The real story.
Is that real story? Oh, sorry about that.
So how did you the chicken? Did you eat?
Huh?
The chicken died. Did it die, Muhachi?
Yeah, die. Oh, the egg, eggs, chicken.
Oh,
You know,
no. Did you bury it?
What you say?
Did you put it under the ground after it died? Or is it just an egg?
No, I haven't seen anything because it's gone.
Oh, you did. Oh, they took it. The dog took the chicken.
Yeah. What was I say? What the dog? In the farm.
In the farm. Okay.
What
Wolf.
the dog in the farm?
Wolf.
Not
Oh,
wolf.
dingo in Australia?
Not dingo. Another one. It's a small one.
I don't know. Wolf?
Fox.
Wolf?
Fox.
Maybe the
Yes.
fox.
Yeah, fox.
Fox.
Yeah.
Who let the dogs out? Woof. Okay, let's fix this sentence. She has, you see, because she is only one. So she has a baby who is very quiet.
Yeah.
Okay, quiet is Q-U-I-E-T.
It was perfect. Thank you.
I live in Melbourne, Australia, which is a good city to live. Yes, correct. Okay, do you guys want to try clause after the subject? Clause after the subject. Subject and then the clause right after it. Clause after the subject.
Clause after the subject.
Okay, a couple of more minutes here. Couple more minutes. The boy. And then you need to put another sentence there, Benar. So the boy can run to the park. Okay, so you have to finish that sentence. You have to tell us what happened. The boy with my pen run to the shop. Okay, that's not again, that's not a complete sentence. The car that I drive to the shop is slow or whatever, or is stolen. The bus which stopped by my home. The bus which stopped by my home. Yes, that's correct. Correct. People in my house, to my house, Faru, not in. To. Car that I drive to the shop is. Oh, yes.
Hello.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, it's cutting off.
Can you guys
your
hear
voice.
me?
Yep.
Miss May, we can hear
Am
you.
I?
Yes, we can hear you perfect.
Yeah, I can hear you. It's just I
But
think the
the-
video.
Okay.
Okay, now it's back.
The voice cutting off.
Maybe the internet. That's
Yeah,
fine. That's
yeah.
okay.
So the internet is a bit
Okay.
laggy on my side too.
Hmm. Okay, let's fix this. Some of the sentence. The people live in the village town. There is no relative clause in your sentence. The car that I rent from the fast company is very slow. The garden which make my volunteer in Ballard. What does that mean? Which was made by? The garden which was made by volunteers in Ballarat.
Nearby.
The garden which was made by. Then
I think so,
neighbor who is
it's
always
finished. No,
in a
probably.
bad mood. DC always is ALWAYS, one word. The woman who is wearing others. What do you mean wearing others? Oh, who is wearing others? Okay. The woman who is swearing. Try to use a different word, Carol, because it's quite confusing. Maybe when I say the woman who is always angry is our boss.
Okay.
Sorry?
Okay.
What was the question?
The teacher, what do you feel? What did you feel my sentence before?
Okay, so the garden.
Which
can you hear me now, Mahachi?
Yep.
Which was made by volunteers is in Ballarat.
The garden which
the flower that is very beautiful, which was made by volunteers. The movie that I saw last night was fantastic. Faru, your sentence is not complete. The flower that is very beautiful is what? What about it? Complete that. The woman who is always angry is our boss. Yes, that's correct. Okay, are we now able to write relative clause after the object and relative clause after the subject? Yes. Are we okay? What happened, guys? Can you not hear me? Guys, can you hear me? Am I breaking up?
Yeah, we hear you now, teacher.
No, I'm still can hear you.
Okay, okay. That's fine then. Thank you. Okay. Now let's have some more practice. The relative pronoun in the object. So the first one is the relative pronoun in the subject. The second one is the relative pronoun in the object. Okay.
May I ask you a question, teacher?
Of course.
In relative clause, we can use where or why, like which.
Yes, you can use where if you're referring to a place.
To a place, yeah.
Yeah,
or why when we referring like someone, no?
Not quite why, because why is normally we use for giving reasons, but we can use which, and we can use when. There are other relative pronouns such as whom or whose, but that is going to be the next part of the lesson.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
No worries. Okay, so now let's learn the relative pronoun is the object. Okay, so there's a lot of rules we need to learn today. Okay, Marina, can you read me this number 2, please?
Next, let's talk about when the relative pronoun is the object of the clause. In this case, we can drop the relative pronoun if we want to. Again, the clause can come after the subject or the object of the sentence. Here are some examples. Clause after the object. She loves the chocolate, which or that I bought. Or we went to the village, which or that Lucy recommended.
Okay, beautiful. So here, this time, the object is the one which has the relative clause. So here, she loves the object. Okay.
Chocolate.
She loves the chocolate. The chocolate is the object, and it has the relative clause there. We went to the village. Village is the object, and it has the relative clause there. Okay, so let's continue learning about the object. So there's object and there's subject. Now, let's read some more expressions here. Okay, Mayuko, can you read some more of these examples here?
John met a woman that I had been to school with. The police arrested a man that Jill worked with.
Okay, beautiful. So let's read clause after the subject again. The bike.
The bike, which I loved, was stolen. The university, which she likes, is famous. The woman who my brother loves is from Mexico. The doctor who my grandmother liked lives in New York.
Okay, so these are some of the examples. We have made some sentences related to these already. So non-defining relative clause. Let's have a look at this one. Non-defining relative clause. Can I ask Carol to read these for me, please?
We don't use that in non-defining relative clause. So we need to use which if the pronoun refers to a thing and who if it refers to a person. We can't drop the relative pronoun if in this kind of clause, even if the relative pronoun is the subject of the clause.
Okay.
Clause comes after the subject. My boss, who is very nice, lives in Manchester. My sister, who lives with, knows a lot about cars. My bicycle, who I have had for more than 10 years, is falling apart. My mother's house, which I grew up in, is very small.
Okay, so these are non-defining relative clause. It means to say that we are just using this to extend our answer. But even if we don't use them, we are clear what we are referring to. Okay, let's read some examples of our clause that comes after the subject. Can I ask Jason to read these for me, please?
Sure. Yesterday, I called our friend Julie, who lives in New York. The photographer called to the Queen, who looked annoyed. Last week, I bought a new computer, which I don't like now. I really love the new Chinese restaurant, which we went to last night.
Okay, so here we are using some non-defining relative clause just to make sure that we are trying to extend our sentence. Okay, so let's have a little bit of practice with our exercise 1, which you can find in your Moodle. So let's have a look at number 1. She worked for a man. The man used to be an athlete. So how are you going to put this together? Using a relative clause. Let's put the answer in the chat box, please, everybody. A little bit more practice for the relative clause. Yeah, so for example, she worked for a man who used to be an athlete.
Ooh.
Try to do number 2 in the chat box, please. Put these sentences together using relative clause. Let's do the next 10 minutes for this. Okay, Jason, your sentence is a little bit too much information that it becomes too difficult to understand. So be careful with that. So the lady in pink, or the lady who's wearing pink is asking me for direction. Or the beautiful lady who is wearing pink is asking me for direction. So just be careful.
Okay.
They called the lawyer who lived nearby. Yes. Keep going. Number 3. I sent an email to my brother who lives in Australia. Yeah. They called a lawyer who lived nearby. Yes, be careful with your capitalization, Faru. And it is comma, not full stop. I sent an email to my brother who lives. Brother is singular. They called a lawyer who lived nearby. They called the lawyer who lived nearby. Yes. I sent an email to my brother who lives in Australia. Correct. They called the lawyer, the customer, like the waitress who was very friendly. Yeah. That we broke the computer that belonged to my father. Yeah. I dropped the glass, which was new. Yeah. Yep. Good. Yeah. Yep. Let's have happy endings. Correct. Yeah. CT spelling. Yeah. Yeah. North of England. Which is in the north of England. Good. Yeah. Correct. The man is in the garden. Okay, this one is a little bit, you have to arrange this one, number 9. So the man who is wearing a blue jumper is in the garden. Not the man is in the garden who is wearing, right? You have to arrange this. The man who is wearing a blue jumper is in the garden. Or the man who is in the garden is wearing a blue jumper. I think that's supposed to correct too. The man who is in the garden is wearing. Yeah. Yeah. So now this one is subject
The 10 is
clause.
the same, Miss May. I think we have to do the 10 the same like the 9 one.
The 9 one is now subject clause.
Yeah.
So the man who
is wearing blue jumper lives in the garden. But I think the 10 is the same too. We have to say the girl who is from India works in the bank.
Yeah, or the girl who works in a bank is from India.
Ah, okay, same.
Yeah, so subject clause. My sister who lives in Australia has 3 children. Yes. Both of them are correct. Yeah, the man who is in the garden is wearing a blue jumper. The money that belongs to John is in the kitchen. No, the man is the garden. No, Binara, that's wrong. The man who is in the garden is wearing a blue jumper. So this one is already subject. Yeah, the table that was my grandmother's is in the garden. I think there's two more, is it? Yeah, there's two more. Yes, that's correct. The table that was my grandmother's got broken. Yep. Couple more. Which was bought 20 years ago was stolen. Okay, the television. Let's try the television. So the money which is in the kitchen is now belongs to John, because belongs is already a verb.
Yes, teacher.
Now, Binara, check it again. The money which is in the kitchen belongs to John. Binara, this is a relative clause subject. Okay, Sakyan, the fruit that is on the table, so this is subject. The fruit that is on the table isn't fresh. Is that clear, Sakyan? Because this is subject relative clause.
Yeah, I will writing again.
Beautiful, thank you. Now, Jaya, no. So if you want to use that sentence, you want to say, the table that got broken belongs to my grandmother, was my grandmother's. Is that clear, Jaya?
Okay, okay, teacher.
Yeah. So it's a relative clause after the subject.
All right.
Yeah. No, Muhammad, again, wrong. So the television that was stolen. So it's a subject.
Yeah.
It becomes a subject, not an object. So we're talking about the television. Yes. The television that was stolen was bought 20 years ago. Yes, that's correct, Carol. So, Benara, the table which got broken was my grandmother's. And it's apostrophe S, not plural of grandmother. The money. Now, Richie, fix this. So it should be subject relative clause. So the money which is in the kitchen belongs to John. Yes, Jaya, the television that was stolen was bought 20 years ago. Correct. Some people are still a little bit confused about this one. So remember, some of them are in object, but some of them are in subject. And from number 9 to number 16, they are subject. Yes, Benara, grandmother, apostrophe S, because the way you write grandmother here is plural grandmother. How many grandmother, right? So be careful with that. Apostrophe and then S. Yes, that's correct. Carol. The fruit that is on the table isn't fresh. Yes, correct. The television which was stolen was bought. Benara, the television which was stolen was bought 20 years ago. Yes, Richie, correct. The fruit which is on the table isn't fresh. Yes, correct, Jaya. Okay, just a couple more minutes while waiting for the others to complete this practice. Is it a little bit clearer now?
Yes, Miss May.
Okay, beautiful. Now we are going to practice for the rest of the time. We're going to do our speaking practice. Okay, so first we're going to write our responses to our speaking practice. Okay. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, so, right. So when you are doing your speaking, this is your speaking homework for, what do you call this? Module 8, okay? So I'm gonna share with you my sound file. You are going to use a relative clause in your response, and you need to speak with 1 minute and 30 seconds. So this is a long time. So we need to put a lot of information about this question. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the question first.
Talk about a person who has a lot in common with you.
Okay, so we're going to talk about a person who has a lot in common with you. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put the question here first. Talk about a person who has a lot of in common with you. So what do we mean by in common? Anyone?
Best friend.
So you have the same maybe physical features, yeah? Or you might want to have the same characteristics, or you might want to have the same likes, or you might want to have the same dislikes. Okay, for example, everybody write down the name of a person that you think has some commonalities with you in the chat box. Write it down, right? Think about a person, a friend, a brother, a sister who might have a lot of common characteristics with you. Put the name in the chat box for me. Just the name. I don't need sentences. Just the name of that person. We're just trying to jot down notes here. Okay? Yes? Okay. Now think of 2 physical features. Okay? Are you both tall? Are you both short? Think of two physical features that is in common. Write it down in the chat box. Two physical feature. Two physical feature that might be similar. Okay, both of you are tall and no, kind is not a physical feature. Physical, something you can see, something people can see. Slim, yeah, that's a physical feature. Tough, yes, handsome is a physical feature, yes. Tough, Richie, is a little bit vague. Maybe you want to say strong rather than tough, because tough could also be emotion. We're talking about physical feature first. Same hair, what do we mean by same hair, DC?
We have the same color of hair.
Okay, just put it there.
Yeah.
But not same hair. You can nobody has the same hair. Maybe the same color, the same length of hair. Tall and strong.
Non-hair.
A bald, B-A-L-D. Fat and skinny. Wait, fat and skinny are not the same. Richie? What do you mean by that? Because we're talking about common, which means similar. We're talking about common, similar. But if you say one is fat and one is skinny, that is not similar. That's different. Both of you have the same black hair, yes. Eyes and jawline, okay, yes. Freckles, yes, both of you have freckles. Two features, two, skinny and slim. So it's the same word, Richie. So you might want to think about two. If you use the word skinny and slim, it's the same meaning. I don't need same meaning. I need two physical features. Same hair color and strength. Maybe you can think of another similarity, DC, not just hair. Come on, guys. You can do better than this. I just need two physical features.
It's a non-hair
Just
and
two.
yellow robe.
Yellow robe is something that you wear. It's not something that is a physical feature. Physical feature is your body. A robe is something we change.
It's a non-hair, is it?
Yes, that's one, but yellow robe is not. Tiny, did you want to say short? Tiny is very, very small.
Yeah, I'm short. Okay.
Muscular, yes. Spelling of muscular is M-U-S-C-E. M-U-S-C-U. Muscular. Long legs and big breasts, yes. Muscular.
Muscular.
Yeah, okay. Now we're finished with two physical features. Now let's talk about two characteristics. So this has got to do with your attitude. Okay, got to do with your attitude. Are you kind? Are you both easily to get angry? Are you both patient? Are you both diligent? Okay, think friendly and kind. Yes, big and strong. Yes, that is physical attribute. Big and strong, friendly and kind is characteristics. Good. Optimistic and easygoing. Yes, those are characteristics. Let's do some of these activities together. Funny and kind, yes. Generous and friendly. Interesting. That's not characteristic. Interesting in dance. It has to be your attitude. We'll talk about that later. Sensitive and proud. Nasty and rude. That's not a good characteristic. Is that true? Non-alcoholic. That's not a characteristic, Sakyan. That's more of your preference. Think about that a little bit more, a little bit push on your brainstorming here, guys. Impressionable and impulsive. Okay. That's a characteristic, yes.
It's boy.
Okay. Outgoing, that's a characteristic. Okay, now let's talk about two things. Okay, two hobbies you both like doing.
Together.
Even if not together, but you both like to do it. For example, my husband and I likes watching football. Even if I watch with my friends, he watch with his friends, it doesn't matter, but we both like watching football. Honest and courageous, yes. Outgoing and talkative, yes. Smoke and drink, is that a hobby?
I'm not sure
That's
it's a
more
hobby
of like
or
a vice.
addicted. Addicted or hobby.
Okay. Meditate and camp, yes. That's okay, Tam. You can sort it out next time. Don't worry. Fishing and camping, good. Badminton and cooking, good. Okay. Watching Formula One and playing music, good. Good, good, good.
Joking.
Hiking and jogging, yes. Swimming, yes. Doing gymnastic class and reading books, yes, that's a good one. Okay, now let's talk about two things you don't like, both of you. Two things you don't like. Two things that both of you don't like. Smoking and fighting, yes, that's a good one. Smoking, yes. Two things. Cooking and running, yes. Unpleasant smell in crowded places, yes. Being cheated and smoking, good. Okay, I'm just helping you out with your answers here. Okay. Okay, so this is a good speech that we want to practice on. For example, I want to say, today I'd like to talk about the person who I have a lot in common with, and his name is Lloyd. Lloyd is my husband. The physical features that me and Lloyd share are black hair and brown skin. In fact, we enjoy that our hair is black, so we normally would put coconut oil to make it black and shiny. Apart from our physical features, we are also quite similar in our characters. We both are patient and kind. For example, when we have opportunity to give donation, especially to those who are victims of flood, we would normally help them. The hobbies that we both like are watching football and watching cricket. Especially, we like to go to MCG or Mabel Stadium, where we enjoy watching sports together. There are several things that we don't like, such as doing extreme sports and visiting higher places. Okay, I wish that Lloyd would have a lot of enjoyable time with me when we're together. Okay, so we try to use as much as possible who, what, who, that, and which in your speech. So we have who here. Oh, what did I do? Oh, now you can't see it properly. Okay, I'm going to give you a couple more minutes to prepare, and I will ask volunteer to give me their answer. I'm going to listen to your answers. Okay, 3 minutes more, and from 6:40, we will practice. Two minutes more.
Okay. All right, everybody, let's get ready. But first, can I please ask everybody to put on their camera for the attendance, please? Jaya, Leo, Tam. Tam, your camera is not working. Okay, beautiful.
Teacher, can I see one more the paper?
I think it's gone.
Okay.
Aw, gone.
Yeah, fine. That's fine.
Okay, next time you tell me that you want to take a photo so that you can
Yes.
have a photo before I clean it. Okay, volunteer. Come on, there are 14 people in this room. Anyone? You can read your paper if you want. Volunteer, or do you want me to call names? Nobody? Okay. Okay. Anyone? Last chance to volunteer. Okay, Marina, go for it.
Today I'd like to talk about the person who I have a lot of in common with, and her name is Ksenia. Ksenia is my best friend. The physical feature that me and she share is long hair and skinny. And apart from our physical features, we are also quite similar in our characteristics.
Yep.
We both are very sensitive and impressionable. For example, if something happened to me or I talk about my story, she's very touched and every time to support me and feel the same me. The hobbies that we both like doing are reading books and do gymnastics together. There are several things that we don't like, such as swimming and jogging.
Come on, how can you not like swimming? Thanks, Mahachi. We see it. Okay, keep going.
Yeah, and I wish that she will be always my friend, because we have a lot of common things together and we have a good time.
That's good. Thank you for joining. You need to better start learning how to swim. It's so good to do. Okay, thanks, Marina. Next one. Volunteer.
I will do.
Go on, Mayuko.
Today, I'd like to talk about the person who I have a lot of in common with, and his name is Paul.
Bo? B-O?
Paul. He's my boyfriend.
Oh, okay.
The physical features that me and Paul is wearing the glasses and getting. In fact, he's eating a lot.
That's good.
But from our physical features, we also quite similar in our characters. We both are optimistic and easygoing. For example, he always gives me the positive advice when I was nervous or something like that. The hobby that we both are doing are sleeping a lot and watching, playing games.
Playing games, good.
There are several things that we don't like, such as going out. And I wish we are living together with cat forever. Yeah.
As long as the cat is not too lazy. Thank you, Mayuko, for sharing. Well done. Okay, next one. Next.
Hello.
Yes, Mahachi, your turn. Come on.
Yeah. Okay. Today, I would like to talk about a person who I have a lot in common with. And his name is Tommy. Tommy is my friend. The physical feature that me and Tommy share, shares not hair and not tall anymore. Yep. In face, you can see it's not hair. Apart from our physical feature, we are also similar in our character.
Medium height.
We both meditation and camping. For example, last month we are going to do some prom for camping. The hobbies that we both like doing what the funny and what we both like doing what's it? Doing the funny and the car, especially easy to smelling. There are several things that we don't like, such as lazy. Hello? Don't hear me.
I think Miss got cut off, something like that.
Really?
Yeah, Miss just got cut off. Now, okay, now she's back.
Jason, you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Yes, I can
I'm
hear you,
just
Ma.
having problem with my internet.
Okay. What I can do that one? Maybe I finish.
Can anybody?
Jason, you already?
Yes. I think Miss having some issue with her internet, so that's why she looks frozen. It's all right.
Oh.
Yeah. It's very common to happen at this time. Yeah. I think she has some internet problem, because it's in the evening. Everybody will be going on the internet, and it becomes lag.
Thank you, Mochi.
No worry. Maybe next time you help me. You will help me.
Maybe it's time to leave.
I'm back. Where are you going, Mohammed?
Welcome back.
Oh, because they have another class. I was thinking maybe.
You want to have a break time?
Yeah.
Okay, let's listen quickly to Mahachi. Come on.
Hang on, I finished already.
Okay, so who wants to go next then?
Richie. How about
Richie,
Okay,
come on, Richie. Okay. Okay, Muhammad and then Richie. Come on. Muhammad.
That was not me.
Who was that then?
I don't know.
Okay, Richie, go for it.
Today I'd like to talk about a person who I have a lot of in common with, and his name is George. George is my brother.
Okay.
The physical feature that me and him share, we are like the same skin, and but we a little bit taller than me. In fact, he's taller. I already said that. And apart from our physical feature, we are also quite similar in our character. We both are like talkative sometimes, and calm.
Okay.
For example, we don't like fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the hobby that we both like doing is camping and fishing, especially like boating. And I'm the one who do the what we call rolling boat.
Yeah. The rowing.
The roller, the rowing boat.
Yes.
Yep. And there are several things that we don't like us, like smoking. We both not smoking. And we drink sometimes, but not too much.
Yeah.
And I wish that we can do that again and often.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's really nice. Okay, can I have 2 more people, please, before we go?
Okay, I'll do it.
Okay, go for it.
I'll try to my best.
Of course.
Okay, now I'll talk about my friend. His name is Oli. Oli is my climbing partner.
No.
The physical features is taller and muscular. And
okay.
In fact, we like hang with something like the tree, and just we like hang. We love to hang, and Also, we never go out. We never go out except for climbing. Just always stay in the home.
Okay.
We both
Okay.
always think about the climbing, and
Mm.
we really hate the give up while climbing. We have to do finish if we
Okay.
start climbing. Yeah.
Oh,
I think that's
wow.
all. Yeah.
Okay, well done. And another one, last person for today.
Mohammed.
Muhammad, you're being nominated by
Muhammad.
Sokyan.
How about DC? DC, where DC?
DC, where's DC?
Okay. Pam.
Okay, go Muhammad.
Oh, you miss me.
Come on. Tam, you want to try?
Yeah, but I'm
Okay,
not
go
sure
for
it's
it.
correct or not. Okay,
That's
quickly.
okay. That's okay. No correct or no problem. Okay, come on.
Okay, today I would like to talk about the person who has a lot of in common with his name is Ryan. Ryan is my boyfriend. Him him don't have a hair like a fatty, a little bit fatty, but the same similar together. Exercise and walking and running, everything is similar. And sometimes
nice.
him drink this
Good.
on weekend. And I'm not drinking, but I can eat food with him together. It's matching together.
That's a good one.
Yeah, this hobby to get the similar both the riding and watching Netflix and watching movie together.
Yes, beautiful.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay. All right, well done. Okay, everybody, just a little bit of reminder. I want you to work on your homework for module 6 and module 7 until Friday, and start working on module 8 homework. Okay, so for those of you who are attending, you can see me. For those of you who are attending the Tassie Devil, this is the end of our class today. But for those of you who are attending also IELTS, please come back to your class for graph writing. Okay, everybody? Have a lovely evening, and I'll see you again next week. Bye for now, guys.
Okay, bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Have a nice day.
Yeah, bye-bye.